When I was approaching my 40s and had a few extra kilos, I believed that my metabolism had slowed down due to age, which was why I had gained weight despite having the same lifestyle. Well, it turns out this study has shown that our metabolism actually remains relatively stable between the age of 20 and 60. So why is weight gain so common for women in the 40s? There are several key factors that can influence our metabolism and make it harder to lose weight. But there are also ways to regain control. Let's have a look at a few of them. I have mentioned the importance of consuming enough protein in multiple of my previous videos. Not only does it help maintain healthy muscles and bones, but it also keeps us feeling full for longer due to its slower digestion. In addition, protein has a thermic effect, meaning that about 20 to 30% of its calories are used during digestion and are not absorbed by the body. Moreover, protein activates a substance called mTOR, which plays a role in regulating cellular function such as protein synthesis, metabolism, and autophagy. To trigger mTOR activation, we need leucine, one of the essential amino acids that can only be obtained from food. So make sure to eat enough protein based on your weight and activity level. Weightlifting has been shown to have various health benefits, including boosting metabolism. On one hand, building muscle increases our metabolic rate. In fact, muscles are more metabolically efficient than fat, allowing us to burn more calories while at rest. On the other hand, research shows that our metabolic rate increases for up to 72 hours after strength training exercise. This means we continue to burn additional calories even after our workout is complete. The more muscle we put on, the easier it is to maintain weight loss, especially when combined with a sufficient protein intake and heavy weightlifting. During this study published in 2013, 50 overweight girls were instructed to drink half a liter of water 3 times a day, half an hour before breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which was over and above their daily water intake. The conclusion at the end of the study period showed that the water intake played a role in weight reduction of overweight subjects. Another reason why water is important to boost metabolism is because dehydration can promote the storage of fats in our body. Additionally, dehydration raises cortisol levels, which can elevate blood sugar levels and contribute to abdominal fat accumulation. I was very surprised to learn that fidgeting can actually boost metabolism. Fidgeting refers to the small movements we make with our hands and or feet without even realizing it. A 2016 study measured the calorie burn of 16 individuals who either used a standing desk or an under-desk chair that allowed them to fidget and move their legs. The study found that chairs and devices promoting fidgeting increased energy expenditure by approximately 20 to 30%. 20 to 30%? That's pretty impressive, right? In this study published in 2014, 5 healthy men were exposed to different overnight temperature each month in a temperature-controlled research facility. Every month and for 4 months in a row, the temperature in the room changed from 24 Celsius to 19 to 24 again, and finally to 27. The results of this research suggested that there are regulatory links between brown fat thermoplasticity and glucose metabolism in humans. In addition, the white fat, which is the fat that stores extra energy and is a characteristic of obesity, take on characteristic of brown fat in response to colds. In 2022, during the annual meeting of the European Association for the Study of Diabetes, new research were presented finding that shivering during repeated exposure to colds improves glucose tolerance, decreases fasting blood sugar and blood fat levels, and reduces blood pressure in overweight and obese adults. In addition, in 2023, new research has been presented at the European Congress on Obesity, confirming that cold temperatures activates brown fat that burns calories, and response differs depending on the time of the day and in men and women. For men, it's more effective early in the morning, while for women, the time of the day didn't change the outcome. When we sleep, our body repairs and restores. Some people need 7 to 9 hours, while some people do well with only 6. What's more important than the amount of time though, is the sleep quality, as good sleep has a big effect on our insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. At the same time, poor sleep causes an increase in the hunger hormone ghrelin and a decrease in the hormone leptin, the hormone responsible to increase our metabolic rate and keep us full for longer. In fact, have you ever noticed that when you sleep poorly, you have more cravings the day after? On the other hand, after a good night's sleep, it feels much easier and natural to eat healthier, right? Well, now we all know why. Something that directly impacts sleep quality is our stress level. Have you ever experienced trouble falling asleep or waking up in the middle of the night and being unable to fall asleep again, all due to stress? Chronic stress can also lead to increased cortisol levels, which can slow down metabolism and contribute to weight gain. In this 2017 randomized control trial, 87 overweight or obese individuals were divided in 2 groups. During 8 weeks, one group received a standard mindfulness-based stress reduction program, and the other group a standard health education. After 8 weeks and at 16 weeks, the mindfulness-based stress reduction group demonstrated decreased perceived stress and significant reduction in fasting glucose. While it's somehow true that weight loss requires a calorie deficit, extreme calorie reduction can negatively impact metabolism. When we consistently eat too little for an extended period of time, our metabolism adjusts to save energy, leading to a slower metabolism. Yes, we will lose weight at the beginning, but can we keep it off? Once we resume normal eating habits or indulge in occasional treats, the lost kilos tend to come back and quickly. Instead of extreme diets, take a more practical approach. Gradually cut back on calories at the pace that feels comfortable. This way, you can lose weight and actually stick with it for the long run. Keep also in mind that weight loss is not only about cutting calories, but also about the quality of those calories that we ingest. In fact, some foods can boost our metabolism, while others can slow it down. I'll create a video fully dedicated to foods that boost metabolism, so hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss it. Exercise offers a bunch of benefits, but if our daily routine involves sitting for long periods and only squeezing in an hour at the gym, our metabolism may not be sufficiently stimulated throughout the day. Extended periods of sitting burn fewer calories and increase the risk of weight gain and other health issues, similar to the risks associated with smoking. To give our metabolism a little boost, we can try incorporating more movement into our day-to-day life. You could try working from a standing desk or set a reminder to stretch our legs every hour. We can take a short stroll, make ourselves some tea, do some quick stretches, or just wander around the workspace. Now, going back to the foods that could slow down our metabolism are also the sneaky ones that many people consider healthy, while in reality they are sabotaging our weight and longevity. I talk about them in this video here. And if you're new to my channel and want to make healthy eating easy, make sure you subscribe right here to watch new videos every Sunday. If you need personalized help to improve your eating habit, you can work with me by using the link I left in the description box. Thanks so much for tuning in e ci vediamo nel prossimo video. Ciao!